I just got me in the eye and I lost complete vision. That was fourth, the one. Yeah, I couldn't see nothing. So that was a fourth. The other one, yeah, went down. I felt like, I was there, like I knew what was going on. But I mean, obviously, I went down. So, it must have, got me at least a little bit rocked, I guess. Off balance, I don't know. Well, like I said, I'll watch it back. I felt fine, but I mean, I'll watch it back.
And then last one, you've obviously, we spoke about it before the fight, and I'm sure it's going to keep coming up, but you've achieved so much, you've beaten so many legends of the sport already, but to become a two-time undisputed featherweight champion, you said this would be the biggest achievement of your career. Now you sit up there, you said it hasn't soaked in, but to actually sit there and be like, wow, I am champion of the world again. How do you feel?
Yeah, good. I mean, it was funny. Before I went out, I was saying, like, I promised, I'd do my walk around the mat while I'm warming up. And I always say, there's no way that they're taking this away from my family. This is what I would say, like, when I had the belt. And I'm like, and I sort of said that at the start today, like while I was walking around. I was like, I promised my girls I'll bring the belt back. And then I'm like, it's not about bringing the belt back. Like I even said it in there. I go, well, it's not about bringing the belt back. It's about overcoming this adversity, these two losses, the break I had. A lot of people are going to think I'm done. 36 years old. That is more important. Me, showing my kids, what you could be capable of when people are counting you out. And I said to you all week, everyone has every right to count me out. Coming off 2 losses, big break, 36 years old, young, hungry, dangerous guy. And I told you, like, hey, I'm the guy to, you can definitely think that. You've got every right until I change your mind. Hopefully I changed your mind. And, I think there's more of a message in all of that than just taking the belt back to the family.
Alex, over here. You talked about the amount of damage that Diego could take, but, Dan Ige said that he's never faced anyone that hits as hard as Diego, that the power just felt different. For Feather, it was more of like a thudding power. So when you were in there, like we can see a little bit on your face, but like how did the power?
More than a little bit, yes. I guess so. I mean, he puts it all in, right? He really commits to his shots. That's why, you can land on him too. You can capitalize on that. But if he lands on you, he's, you know what I mean, when someone holds a pad and be like, yeah, just give it a crack, like he's doing that every time he's swinging. So it's going to hurt, right? He's going to have some weight behind it. But, he done, I got a few stitches, a couple of stitches here, like in my mouth. So he's done a great job. But at the same time, he's got a freaking hard head. My hands, especially in that first round, like some of the ground and pound, I'm like, man, I can finish this fight. But, took it well. Hurt my hand straight away.
There were a couple other featherweight fights on this card. Yair got the big win over Pitbull. John Silva had one of the better performances of his career. I'm curious, did you get to watch those, and what did you make of your fellow featherweights? I got to watch them. I'm always watching. Backstage, getting to watch the fights. Yair looked great. As I was saying that, I'm like, people's talking about $1 million fight and all this stuff. I'm like, man, you got a tough guy ahead of you, man. Just focus on that. You get a good performance, all right, you might get the shot. With Yair, I hear that he was saying get the title shot. Look, he's a good dude. I like him a lot. If the UFC want to give it to him, I ain't gonna stop. I ain't gonna stop that for him. But I'll be honest. I did before that fight. I didn't think if he won, he would be getting shot. Like I'll be honest, that didn't come to my mind. But now that he's calling, like I'm not going to be the one to say no. But I'm going to leave everything to the UFC. Obviously, you've got guys like Mosva, who's undefeated. I'd love to take that 0. You know what I mean? Like we've got to see what the UFC say. I heard, I've seen him trying to get other fights. I don't know, is that right? Like there was rumors that he was going to fight Pete.
But I even seen him tweeting that he wants to fight someone in May and doing all this sort of stuff. So maybe he's had the chats and they want him to have one more fight. I don't know. So I don't know that situation, but I'll see how things are. I'd love to say, I told you I want to get straight back in there. I still do. But I'm going to have to maybe look at a couple of things.
Yair seems to think you would go to Mexico to fight him in that big Guadalajara show in September. Is that something you'd be willing to do?
September. I mean, if everything's good, I'd probably like to go soon, quicker than that, to be honest. That's probably the second fight. So maybe it can be, if I'm good, maybe I get the fight, maybe July or September. Oh, yeah, we can maybe fit it in.
You
Maybe.
went-
I mean, Mosvar, you know what I mean? Like, you take if they want to do that, if they want to quickly go and I feel good, maybe quick turnaround with Mosvar if I don't have busted hands. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, that was my plans. Bang, 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 bang. But I didn't expect to get hit this much. So credit to fucking Diego.
You went viral on the internet for your reaction to the press conference when Diego and Yair were going. They just kind of zoomed in on your face. You looked obviously very confused. I'm curious, how much did that catch you off guard? Because now fans seem to think that that's the fight that should play out in Mexico.
Well, yeah, that's a good fight. Yeah, it caught me by surprise because they've trained together. I didn't know. I don't know if he was helping Yair in the fight for me, and he was in camp. They were in each other's camp. So, and then you've seen some of the footage. Someone beat somebody up with 10 guys or something like that. So there's a bit of history there. So that caught me by surprise. At the start, I'm like, oh yeah, didn't really think too much of it, and just chilling, laughing because they were pretty far apart. Then their second altercation or their second argument, they were like right there, and I'm like, I need a fight this weekend, you know what I mean? I need someone in front of me so I can win that belt and bring it home. So I started making sure I might have to go and stop this fight, you know what I mean? Because they started getting close and they were both, look pretty heated. So, yeah, I don't really know what was going on there.